Hi, and welcome to our Halloween episode of STEM Chat. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Diana. And this episode, we're talking about Halloween. Natalie and I have always been into Halloween and making costumes even before we had kids. Here's a picture of us from CBS This Morning back in 2007.
Yes, we had to make DIY quick and easy Halloween costumes for kids. So that was one of the first projects we really worked on together. It was really fun. So we thought we would bring you lots of cool, fun project ideas and ways to have fun trick-or-treating safely this year too.
Yep, and we're going to start out by talking about the Halloween costumes that we're making this year. And it's really great to make Halloween costumes. This is something that my daughter drew this out. This is an in-progress Halloween costume for this year, and it's really a lot of fun. We plan out the Halloween costumes and make them every year. But as the kids are getting older, I feel like their plans are getting they're really joining in on the planning process a lot more. So here she kind of itemized all the different parts of her costume and made a list. And then she drew these sort of detailed sketches of
what is the costume? She's going to be a witch?
Yeah, she wants to be a witch. So this is the witch dress, and this is the cape, and then this is the necklace.
Oh, that's really cool. I love that she's sketching everything out. And you
yeah, we're talking about what the different parts are, and then what material we're going to make it out of, and the easiest way to make it. So for the boots, we were saying, it's probably going to be difficult to sew the boots, but it's also difficult to buy boots with stars on them already. So we're going to buy some boots that are already made and then put our own star on. And we've been discussing what type of material to make the star out of.
That's a good idea. You could use something like felt, or it's very easy to stick. Yeah. I've done that too. Just buy boots, and then you can use it for the winter and fall.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, she could actually wear them afterward.
Mm-hmm. So for my daughter, she's older now. She's in 8th grade. She's going to be 13 soon. So she's not into Halloween anymore. But 2 years ago, she decided last minute she wanted to dress up, but she wanted to do something different that no one had done before. And we looked online and saw that she could be a popcorn girl. So I had to make the costume basically in 3 or 4 days. So I sketched out sort of the idea to do an easy top in a popcorn fabric print that I actually found on Amazon, and do a circle skirt. So with a circle skirt, I took her measurements, and I found that the project was you find the to do the radius, it equals the circumference over 2 times pi. So I actually had to do a lot of math to figure it out, but it was really easy just to be able to cut the fabric in the right circle shape with the hole there, and all you had to do was just sew elastic around it. So something quick and easy to do, but it turned out really nice and fun, and she was something different, and she felt so proud, and that I made it for her. So but that's one of the great things, because you're actually showing kids how sewing really incorporates a lot of math and measurements, and you need that to sort of create your own. You can create anything once you have all that.
Yeah, I think even if you don't, if you buy a pattern and copy the pattern, it's still exciting to see how the 2D thing becomes a 3D thing. There's just so much geometry in it, and it's a good process to follow along with too.
Yes, totally. And I'm the top. I actually did buy a pattern just so I could easily have a tank top, because I didn't have time to figure out stuff out. Plus, she was growing so much, so I just did that really easy and found a nice sleeveless top to wear for her. So
that's neat. Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I always, whenever I look at the flat pattern for a top, I always think it's so weird how the armhole looks. So then you when you make it 3D, it's it does fit. It's just a really strange shape, but it's very interesting to think about.
Yeah, it's true. But anyway, I love sewing, and I know you do too. So it's one of those quick things. I think a lot of people get intimidated by it, but there's a lot of easy ways and sort of hacks you can do, so you don't have to make it completely finished, because it's for Halloween. So it's really just for one day. So you can kind of just think of some quick options on what to do.
Yeah, and always fun to do together too.
Totally. Yes, definitely.
Let's see. So I'm going to share screen, and I'm going to show you a couple of costumes we worked on, I guess last year. No, maybe the year before. So this is, I was making a bee costume for my younger daughter, always been a bug lover. And we actually traced off another costume. We actually traced off a little dress that she had that fit really well, and then we turned it into a pattern. So she was kind of less involved in the process because she was only 2. But she still had fun kind of like seeing how her dress became all the different shapes, and then also kind of playing with the materials while we were making it. I think she helped make the wings, and she liked to see the finished product.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea to use like an existing like dress that she has, that fits. Another thing that what we did back for CBS This Morning was like just using like sweatshirts, hoodies, and sweatpants where you can add patches on to make costumes too. So there's lots of easy, quick ways depending on how much time you have, right?
Yeah, I'd love to take things that are already made and alter them a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes I don't feel like making the whole thing from scratch. So.
Exactly.
So this is the costume all finished. She's a little bee, and some of the materials that we had. And then this is a video. I made a Dorothy costume for my older daughter. And she was a lot more involved in the process. She actually sketched out the dress, like what she wanted in her little maker notebook. And then we made the pattern together, and she helped cut it out and helped sew it.
That's cool. That's such an iconic Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, like iconic Halloween costume. My daughter was that one year too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm losing part of my background here. Oh yeah, and we like picked the buttons. I have a whole bunch of old button books, so she got to help pick them.
That's very cool. And you're sewing on your vintage Singer.
Yes, yeah, it's this sewing machine that I actually learned how to sew on when I was like 8. My grandmother has one. It's the Singer Featherweight.
That's what I used to learn how to sew. I think I was 9 or 10. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's really fun,
I feel like it's like driving a fancy old car or something. Yeah. It's a little bit fussy to sew with, but it's so smoothly, like so much better than the newer machines. So it's like a fun hobby. It like really makes it a nice hobby when you're sewing.
Definitely.